Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy Jay.
Euros do it better. And we are the best sports talk show in South Texas. Both of these things are true today. Good morning, everybody. It is In the Building, as he said, from the Slackers studio. 5 locations all over the greater San Antonio area. Slackers had a good time last Sunday over there at the Thousand Oaks and 281 location.
Had a fantastic time.
Yeah, I guess you're supposed to give the freeway first, the 281 and Thousand Oaks location. Good time.
Yeah, but I keep asking him, hey, when you want us to come back in June, trying to get on the same page. He doesn't know yet.
When's
Because
your
I'm trying to. My birthday's in July.
Okay.
But I'm trying to let him know so we can all get on the same page. LG's a busy man.
Yeah.
So, Frank, when you watch this episode, because I know you watch them all, can you let us know about the June remote and what location so we can let the people know and we can pack your house again like we did 2 times in a row?
How about a Juneteenth show?
You want to do a Juneteenth show? Only if you dress like you're from Wakanda.
I will, and we'll only
and get
allow
everybody offended.
We'll only allow black people in. How about that? We'll do a reverse 1940s.
Yeah, right. So this way they can say, well, I don't want to see Rudy's black ass on St. Patrick's Day. Like, no problem, bro. I'll never celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
That would be a good bit, man. I used to get
That
so
would be
much
fun.
shit. From time to time, I have done that in my past where it's like, no one else has credibility on this subject. So back when I took calls in year 1, LG, do you remember in the days of taking calls, or I don't know if you had already taken over for JB or not, when we would go brothers only radio and only black men were allowed to call in?
That was before my time.
Okay, yeah. JB always got nervous. I don't know why.
Well, and I remember once or twice you text me, hey, Rudy, I need you for this black subject. And I'd be like, all right, I'll come on.
Yeah. I don't remember
but you
what
know
it
what?
was.
I don't remember what it is. I respected that though. Like, hey, you know what? Let's hear from the people.
Yeah. Power of the people.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like, again, I'm not gonna tell LG as an Irish Asian man what he should be offended by. You know what I mean? First of all, it takes a whole lot to offend LG. It takes a whole lot to offend all of us. We're all cut from that cloth. Yeah. But I'm still not going to be the person that tells, like, I'm not going to tell the Native Americans they shouldn't be offended by the Redskins. Like, that ain't my place.
Right. Correct.
Like, I'll let y'all handle that. If half of y'all like it and half of y'all hate it, y'all fight it out. And whatever y'all decide, I'll roll with you.
Right. And it's even cooler to be multiracial like me. I'm cobbled an Asian, as you know. I'm cobbled a Mexican.
Well, LG's Irish.
F you, Mike Taylor. So he says. Although, no, I've seen pictures of his dad and grandpa. He's Irish.
I think so. Then are LG's pubes red?
My pubes are not red, but I do have many, many cousins with red hair, so there might be a red hair gene in me somewhere.
God.
So I don't know if I want to have red hair on my dad's side.
If you ever had a kid, it's possible your kid comes out white.
Yeah.
Or whitish.
Yeah.
For sure.
With red hair. Yeah.
Yikes.
And freckles.
I've always thought about paying for that Ancestry, but then again, I don't care.
Yeah, I've done it.
How much did it cost you?
My brother got it for me for like a Christmas gift. Yeah, I don't know how much he paid.
Oh, okay, cool.
I did 23andMe years ago.
Yeah, whatever it is. I think there's Ancestry.com and there's 23andMe.
Well, and Ancestry.com is a whole different thing. So 23andMe traces your DNA. And
so does Ancestry.
Right. But Ancestry goes way further in that they help you find documents with your family's name on them. They try to find the actual towns that your people grew up in. 23andMe just shows you your living relatives, right? But I did Ancestry for about a month, and I let the subscription go. And I was down a really cool rabbit hole. Hang on, let me just tell my kids something. Hey, man, I'm doing a show. I'm going to call you back, okay?
I think the only thing I will find out is clearly somewhere down the line, way down the line, some plantation man raped one of my ancestors and that's have white in me. I'm like,
Maybe you're related to
that's like
TJ.
every black person. Like that's what those slave owners did. They all like the little sweet tooth when their wives would go to sleep.
I had a
also,
second cousin find me. He was given up for adoption as a kid by my first cousin when she was like 15 years old. So he never knew who his mom was. And he did Ancestry.com and got a connection with me and reached out to me. And I figured out who his mom was and put him in touch with his living relatives. And he's like 50.
when was this?
Well,
This was like 2 years ago.
Once again, I've known this man since, I don't know, 2008. And he buries massive life stories.
We talked about this on Mike Taylor Live. I mentioned it.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. That must have been a
of
lot
beer.
beer.
Yeah.
I know 5 years ago. So my biological father, who I never had a relationship with, he worked at this place called Tyler Pipe.
Was he
along
white?
with my grandpa.
That'd have been shocking.
His black dude. Yeah. So they all got asbestos poisoning, right? So
Ooh.
yeah,
so my dad died of.
Yeah, so like 5 years ago, power of social media, female and male inbox me, hey, we're brother and sister. We're entitled to some money. And I'm looking at the girl and I'm like, damn, she does look just like my dad. And then the dude, I'm like, well, damn, he don't look like me, but he has like light eyes, but his story's matching up. So it's just strange. Like, I just grew up. I mean, I knew my pops was a Rolling Stone. Like, I knew that. You know what I mean? I knew my biological father had kids everywhere, but it was weird for two people that are your brother and sister to reach out to you just randomly when you're all in your 40s and be like, hey, and like the sister, she's only a year older than me. So like he had her right along the same time my mom was clearly pregnant because we're not that far apart. So it was strange, but sent a little bit of money, nothing major. It felt weird even taking it. But again, it wasn't no life-changing money, but it felt weird taking it because I didn't even know. Like he tried to make a relationship.
They gave you money.
Yeah, they sent they sent all. See, so that's the only reason why they reached out to me. Well, they reached out to me because they were like, "Hey, we need you to sign this. We all need to sign this paper, and we're entitled to some money." So we all got a little bit. I think over 2 years' time, it was like $2,000, but it was just weird. You know what I mean? Because like my pop, he tried to reach out to me maybe 15 years ago and try to rekindle it, but I was just over it. I shouldn't have done that. I probably should have just, put water under the bridge and just, who cares? Like, all right, let's build this relationship from here. But it wasn't that I was rude. I just wasn't, hey, man, what's going on? It was weird.
It's tough, man. Fathers and sons. Shit. The ones that grow up together have weird enough relationships, much less a dude reaching out after 40 years. I told you all the story. I think I told you, so my dad never met his dad. And 5 years ago or 4 years ago, my dad got a check for $9,000.
Really?
From his biological dad's sister, who had known about my dad and my aunt, 2 kids.
Yeah.
And so it was weird because she wound up leaving she was wealthy, and she sent my dad $9,000, and she sent my aunt, my dad's sister, $9,000. And they at first they didn't know who it was and thought it was a mistake, but it turns out it was their aunt, the sister of their biological daddy. And she didn't even leave a message or a letter or anything, just left them money. And that's weird because it's like, okay, you send them money, which means you knew that they existed. Why didn't you call them?
Right.
Screw the money. Call me, Yeah. We're all screwed
up. It's crazy LG's pops had asbestos poisoning. That's not what my dad ended up dying from. But my grandfather and my dad, my biological father, my dad is my stepdad, but they both got asbestos poisoning from this place they worked at in Tyler, Texas.
Damn.
A lot of people got money. Yeah, it's crazy.
My dad got it.
Is that where your dad got it working?
Yeah, working on ships in the Navy because he was a ship engineer.
Did they send you money for his death?
My mom went through that whole mesothelioma thing.
Yeah.
They sent her some money. The Navy did.
Good on the Navy.
All right, y'all want to do some punches? Maybe we just
Shit,
did.
sure.
Punch our freaking dads and people. Punch my
you got a
grandpa.
great.
Punch my father's father. No, brought to you by the Family Law Office of Orlando Kill.
Yeah.
My daddy's daddy was a Rolling Stone. Ain't no doubt
Was
about
he?
that. Oh, yeah, man, he may have never even met my dad. And he made 2 babies with this woman he had a fling with and ran off and left and never, because he was married. He already had a family. Yeah. See, my grandma, my dad's mom was, she was a bit of a tiger herself back in the day. I've got an old picture of my grandmother, and she's walking down the street of Fort Worth, Texas. Now, this is a woman this is 1950. She has a giant tattoo on her forearm in 1950, mind you.
That's strange for 1950.
She's got it's a dagger. It's like a freaking sword. and with a cigarette hanging out of her mouth and a beer in one hand, walking down the street. Anyway, Taylor's.
Yeah.
That's where I get my dolphin. All right, who are we gonna punch today?
Who you gonna punch?
Other than my dad's father, let's see. I'm going to haul off and punch Rudy Gay, I think. Former Spur.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Tank Spur, Rudy Gay. Once again, when you're gone and you're retired and you don't have to see these people, then you talk shit about them. Whatevs. So Rudy Gay went on Carmelo Anthony's podcast this week. It's called 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. It's a good podcast. It's very entertaining. Mello and some other dude does it with Mello. He's just
remember the dude that hosted used to be Duro and Murrow. I don't know. They split up. They split up. Yeah, they did the Showtime thing. They were early into the pod game. But Duro and Mero, whatever the freak their names are. You know what I'm talking about.
I forgot. Yeah.
It's the bright skin one.
The bright skin one. All right. They had Rudy Gay on. And got to ask it about Wemby and his career and the Spurs, and so it just kind of morphed into the Spurs days. But I want to punch Rudy Gay for saying that he does not have any respect for Greg Popovich for the way he handled his playing time during the Kawhi Leonard saga. I also want to punch Rudy for saying, no, I don't want to punch him for this. He's being honest on this. Rudy also said that he didn't really fit into the Spurs culture. It really wasn't for him, the way the Spurs do business.
What was the Spurs culture? What did he mean by that?
Found upon it. They kind of moved on. I sensed that Melo was like, I don't want to get this dude in trouble, so we're going to keep going.
Yeah, I watched the clip, but I didn't really understand what.
I'm assuming the old school college ways, people get cussed out and there's no egos and everybody's treated like the same and superstars and into the bench guys are the same. I'm assuming it's that. I'm assuming it's the blue collar old school approach that Pop uses. Maybe the small town atmosphere. I don't know. Small market, Spurs down. I don't know. But Rudy said it wasn't really for him. And that's fine. That's an opinion of why punch him on that. That's his honest opinion. He didn't like being here. That's fine. He was here and he got here at a shitty time. He got here just as Kawhi was bailing, which sucks. Rudy probably thought he was coming into a situation like, fuck yeah, I'm going to be a championship contender for the next 5 years with these boys for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, watching the clip you sent me, so he kind of felt like Pop jerked with his playing time because Kawhi was in and out the lineup and he would start sometimes and sometimes he wouldn't play as much. But, I mean, I'm going to agree with the punch, Mike. But at some point, though, right, it can't just be the guys that leave.
Well, when you're getting paid, you don't throw your boss under the bus, especially with the money that Rudy Gay made at the end of his Spurs career.
Yeah, I just feel like, okay, are we going to hold it? Because LaMarcus hated his time here. He didn't really say he never said he didn't respect Pop.
I also hated his time here.
Yeah, he tried to get traded. Kawhi got traded. Mm-hmm. DeJounte Murray said some weird shit here and there. Of course, you got Steven Jackson. So, are they just bad guys? Or is maybe there's some changes that needed to be made within the culture because you can't treat everybody the way you treated Tim, Tony, Manu. Everybody's not those guys.
You and I have touched on this before, and I've mentioned this in the past. And I'm just saying, it's just the things you hear. So, like, I'm punching Rudy for bitching about his playing time amidst the Kawhi saga. The culture thing, look, man, and again, you and I have briefly talked about this before. And look,
Right.
David Robinson was fine, Sean Elliott was fine.
Different cats.
So here's where I'm going with this.
Okay.
And it's not everybody. I need to think about it because the Spurs have been playing in San Antonio since the mid-'70s. There is an underlying thing with players across the league.
What's that?
That if you are from the hood in America, you're going to struggle in San Antonio. Wemby will be fine. He's Parisian. Tony was fine. Timmy was from the islands. If you went, Duke guys that grew up in suburbs, they're fine. But Steven Jackson from the PAT had success here because of Tim, but ultimately divorced Pop. Here's Rudy Gay talking about how the culture did not fit me. Rudy also
Let me think about that.
Rudy was in the league.
Let me think about that.
Rudy has never been called anything but a good teammate and a true pro.
For sure.
I don't know if it's true or not, but there is, and I would love for Steven Jackson to address this. By the way, Steve said a lot of dumbass things about the Spurs over the years, and I love Steven Jackson. He said a lot of good things about the Spurs too, but there are other guys that have been here and left. Vernon Maxwell, for instance, who was a bad boy. If you're from the hood, if you're an American from the hood, and you like to party, Pop's not your guy. And so it's like, okay, but that's on them for being bad. Maybe he's a bad guy, but no one's ever said an ill word ever about Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay ain't no bad guy. Maxwell liked to party, I think that's what I'm saying is foreigners and, the Jakob Pertles of the world get along great doing it the old school Spurs way. But American kids from certain neighborhoods in this country oftentimes don't fit in here, or they don't feel like they fit in here. I think you know what I'm saying.
No, I do. And again, this is one of those barbershop conversations that has gone on for a long time, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you bringing it up. I'm trying to figure out how to articulate it. Mm-hmm. Because again, this is a conversation that has happened in a lot of barbershops, a lot of cigar shops, a lot of, homeboys patios chilling. Mm-hmm. There's some truth to it. There's definitely some truth to it. Like there's a certain type of player that can tolerate and put up with what it is that Greg Popovich thrusts upon you. Mm-hmm.
Fight through it.
I'm trying to think of some other people that have played that thrived from less than backgrounds.
Let's just bust it out there. You've heard before that poor black American kids struggle with the Spurs. That's it. That's what we're saying.
Is it the approach? Is it the approach?
I don't think it's on purpose. I don't think they're trying.
No, I'm saying is it Pop's approach?
I think for a while it was. I don't know that it's like that now.
I don't think it's like that now.
Rudy Gay alluded to it, and he was here 3 years ago.
Now, the one thing that I will say about Pop that I can't say about Phil Jackson, can't say about Larry Brown, whoever you want to name that are great coaches, Dean Smith, Nick Saban. Pop has been able to change with the times. Remember, when Pop came in the game, they were playing Twin Towers, throw it down low, score 60 points a game, play defense. Made the transition to let Tony dominate at the point guard position. Then made the transition and move the ball around the horn, shoot open threes. Now he's making the transition into trying to understand the youth and let them be and understand that I can't curse you out every time. So he has tried to change his stripes, whereas most legends, like Nick Saban was like, oh, these motherfuckers with this NIL shit don't listen. I'm out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I give Pop a lot of credit for, because he preaches that.
Sure.
Like when he's doing his political rants and all this shit, like he kind of preaches, hey, you got to change the times, this is that, this and this and that.
Yep.
Well, if you're going to preach that, then you gotta show that you're doing the same. And I think he's trying to adapt to this new age kid. Like, Wemby, I'm sure there's a few times Pop has cringed at Wemby screaming at somebody after he blocks a shot. That Pop don't like that shit. You know what I mean? But he's like,
what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Right.
It's 2024. They're on their phones. They're on their social media. They want to, Tim wasn't screaming at people after he dunked on them.
No.
If Wemby dunks on your ass, he's going to tell you, he's going to stare you down. You know what I mean? Like he's cut from that cloth, and Pops let him be. So I give the Derek Jeter respect to Pop, because a lot of legends.
I'm not saying Pops.
A lot of legends don't try and change. He's at least tried to change. But at the time when Steven and Vernon and whoever else is bitching and moaning, growing like, yo, mother father, I'm winning titles. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Right. I'm not saying this was not on purpose. It wasn't like Pop was telling his draft people, I don't want to draft kids from the hood. He wasn't doing that.
No.
Culture's culture. This Mike Krzyzewski had to deal with this for a while, and then he kind of changed his ways.
Being a good, you know what? That's a good point, because Mike Krzyzewski hated the one and done, and then he was like, "Damn it, I got to play the game."
Right. Well, even back in the '90s, if you were from the hood, you went to Georgetown or you went to UNLV. You didn't go to Duke. You played for John Thompson or Jerry Tarkanian.
Well, you saw the Fab Five special where they were like, Grant Hill, we thought he was soft.
Sure.
We thought he was a bitch. They called him a bitch.
Yeah, grew up rich. Daddy played for the Cowboys, so he grew up in an affluent neighborhood, that kind of thing. Yeah.
And if I'm being totally honest, it's been that whole thing has been a toxic for African American culture. Like, whether I'm looking down on you because I come from a better background, or whether I'm looking down on you because I feel like, well, you had everything given to you, so fuck you. Like, it's been toxic in my community for quite some time. I think we've made strides. And we're trying to get better.
Mm-hmm.
But that Fab Five special, the way they talked about Grant Hill, who, like, it's not Grant Hill's fault.
Right.
That his parents were together. Like, even perfect example, and I'm not trolling you. LeBron James fans, well, Steph Curry grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. Okay, so LeBron's giving his kids a great life. So later on in life, should I give LeBron shit? Should I give Bronny James shit because his dad provided a great life for him? No, that's the fucking goal, you idiot. So when I hear LeBron James fans, well, Steph Curry, he grew up around the game. His dad was a pro. Motherfucker, that's the goal. What are we arguing about? What are we arguing about? So sometimes I just scratch my head at some of the stuff that we do.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be Jason Whitlock here. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. But we've gotten better. We've gotten better. We've broken the curse. The black man has broken the curse. I'm not saying of being married, but the black man has broken a generational curse of being in their kids' lives.
Yeah.
I can say that. Say that.
I've been trying to get more blacker. More blacker? I've been trying to get blacker myself working with you.
You don't have to.
I want to have good culture. That's why I'm eating these tonight. Look at that.
What the fuck are those?
These are Little Baby all-in cheese.
Hold up.
No, I got them because...
Where did you find those?
They're all in like the Cowboys.
Where did you find those?
At the store down the street from my apartment.
Where do you live?
I'm a man of all seasons. I'm cultured.
Dude, I've never seen those in any store I've been in.
I've seen them
on the internet.
Dude,
but I've never seen those.
This is called all-in cheese. salt, vinegar, barbecue, onion, garlic, cayenne pepper, and cheese. All on this popcorn.
Dude, you're gonna have the shits.
I'm gonna have the shit.
Well, that's good.
It's an
Taking
interesting
shits,
flavor. It's interesting.
taking shits is good for you. We're supposed to
Pop
take like 3. I think we're supposed to take 3 a day. Pop,
needs to
go.
start eating rap snacks. Damn it, needs to start
Can you
relating to
imagine
African
if?
kids in America.
Can you imagine if Pop walked in the locker room and handed everybody some rap snacks?
Wade Phillips would do some shit like that. Just trying to fit in, guys. Who you punching? We ain't even got to your punch yet.
NBA voters.
Mm.
I know Spur fan gonna be mad at me because like, yo, Rudy, you just talk shit about Wemby not winning, and I ain't talking shit. I'm just saying my vote for the MVP would have been Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. His team won the freaking West, and he was the best player on the best team, and he averaged 30. And without him, and I can say this about Joker too, without him, Oklahoma wouldn't be doing what they're doing. But I can say the same about Denver. Again, I'm not mad that Joker won his, third
Third.
MVP? But I would have voted for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. So if we're keeping track of the NBA, awards voters, right now they're 0 for 2, right? Wemby should have won the DPOY. Even though I'm standing 10 toes down, the Spurs fans shouldn't be mad about it. And Shea Gilgeous should have won the MVP.
I think I have less problem with Rudy Gobert. I
That's
obviously love
shocking to
Wemby.
hear.
Well, okay, I'm not a homer. Rudy's all his defensive stats, and I said this yesterday. All of the obvious stats that fans look at: block shots, field goal percentage. If you go to you do the deep dive shit that analysts do, these analytics guys. Rudy Gobert had one of the best defensive seasons by an individual in the history of the NBA. Things like defensive individual efficiency with your team, your plus minus, points per possession when you're on the floor, these kinds of things like that.
Right.
Contested shots versus uncontested shots by a guy you're guarding, all that kind of shit. That was deep dives. He was amazing this year. Amazing. And he's, by the way, one of Wemby's heroes because he's from France. So, but I think I have less problem with Rudy Gobert. I could see SGA. I could see a strong case for him, you know. But Jokic
He'll
wins it.
win one.
And what is it? I'm going to pull out the history that Jokic is starting to now make. We're going to start. We're going to have to start talking about him among the all-timers pretty quick now that he's won 3 out of 4, and he's got a ring now too.
He's got 3 out of 4.
Yeah,
Shit,
he's won 3 out of the last 4 MVPs, and he just won the championship, and he may win it again this year if they don't get their shit together quick. But he's the first center in 60 years to win MVP 3 times out of 4 seasons. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the 70s, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain.
Wow.
So he's doing shit that Wilt and Bill did.
And I think unless Havlicek or Jerry West, other than Bird, he's the only white guy to win 3. Bird won 3 of them. But I don't know about Bird's a 3-time MVP. I don't know if Havlicek or Jerry West or Rick Barry won 3.
He's
but
the
I know
greatest
for
European
sure
player of all time already, for sure.
He's better than Dirk?
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
he's
Mike.
better than Dirk. Luka, no. Jokic
You got Joker better than Dirk?
Already? Yeah.
About that.
3 MVPs in 4 years. One of the best defensive players in the league. Dirk was not a good defender.
Joker can't play no defense.
Yeah, he can.
You know what? You know what? You threw me a Ohtani slider.
Uh-oh.
Let me sleep on that.
Damn it! I just dropped my all-in low baby cheese, salt and vinegar popcorn. Hang on.
Now the other thing is you're gonna piss off a lot of people because a lot of San Antonio feels Manu's the best international player of all time.
Oh, come on, he's not Jokic. He's not Dirk either. Manu would agree with me. That's my all-time favorite player. You punching anybody, LG?
Yeah, I want to punch CPS. and not Child Protective Services, City Public Services in San Antonio.
Dude,
for those
you
who
always
don't
have
know.
the most random punches. What does CPS do to you?
They sent me a final disconnect email today. They said they're going to disconnect my electricity. I've been on auto pay ever since I moved in, and I guess my card that was on auto pay expired, and they didn't tell me. So the last 2 months have just been past due. I get the I don't get the bill in the mail because I just signed up for the e-bill, but I got no notice that my card was expired, so I didn't worry about it. It's kind of like Mike's thing with his car repo. So they gave me a disconnect, and I looked on there, and I owe over $300 in back pay for electricity.
Shit.
Wow.
I mean, I paid it, but what the fuck?
It's funny they cut it off during the show.
Can I get a little notice? You know what I'm saying?
LG is punching the CPS CEO, Rudy Garza.
There you go.
You know what's crazy, LG? Normally, and it used to be embarrassing. Like, they used to, hit you with the pink notice on the door, and all your neighbors would know that you haven't paid your bill. So they used to give you. So I feel you. They used to give you some warning. Now they just tell you,
send me an email. And I did get a new card the other day because my card expired. Right. So yeah, it makes sense. But just let me know. You know, and I had to pay the late charges. I probably could have argued it, but I don't have time for that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, a guy like you, for what you do you need your electricity.
Exactly. I'm just glad they sent me a disconnect notice before they pulled the plug.
Well, if the other CPS, though, has ever been involved in your scene, that means your kids had issues, and you probably are getting a divorce, which is why you should call Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer. I'm in the building at 210-775-4995, or you can email Orlando directly. It's orlandokell@gmail.com. All right.
What's that
phone
number?
Phone number, 210-775-4995. I want to punch me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I got little baby all-in cheese gourmet popcorn stuck in my fucking throat.
Yo, you're killing that shit. You know what it is? You're not used to all that flavor. Black folks, we put that flavor. You ain't used to that flavor.
I know. I'm all wired.
You used to that bland.
Y'all use a lot of seasoning, Rudy.
You ain't used to all that flavor, dog.
Yeah, damn. Stuck on there.
Go get some water or something.
Go get some water or a beer, bro. What the freak? You all right?
I got it. Damn, it scratched me, though. I pushed it, and it scratched on the way down. Damn.
Scratched your throat.
Good God.
That's what she said.
I know. I'm tearing up. I feel like I just did that. I feel like I just gave a BJ. Golly, my eyes are watery. My throat's sore.
Hey, try not to suck any dick on the way through the parking lot.
All right. I got a really cool text yesterday. From Russ at GC Services Roofing and Construction.
What, yesterday?
Yesterday.
Okay, what'd he say?
Signed a contract with the Thunderdome client to get their roof fixed. Bam. Do business within the building, man. Golly. Boom.
So we already sold a roof for GC Services?
Yeah. This is not a lead. This is a deal. This is a done deal.
It's done deal.
Done deal. Damn right.
Well, good job. Good job in the building. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thunderdome.
Thank you, Thunderdome. GC Services Roofing, the official roofing company of In the Building. Call Russ. He'll take care of you. 210-347-0426, or you can go to their website, gcservicesroofing.com. gcservicesroofing.com. All right. What else today? Excuse me.
Tell me.
These damn popcorn, man. God, that hurt my throat. So
is it spicy?
It's just I don't know how to explain it. It's cheese and salt and vinegar and barbecue and onion and garlic and cayenne pepper and more. It doesn't say what the more is; just says and more.
MSG.
Yeah, MSG. Yeah, fucking asbestos, poison.
LG always coming through with the truth bomb.
You're a little baby fan, Rudy?
Some tunes.
He's
I
got
don't
a
have time
message
for
on the
all of them.
bag.
What does it say?
No matter what you are going through in life, remember family is everything. Stay solid, stay woke, and take advantage of every opportunity that is provided to you because, like they say in life, nothing lasts forever. Little baby. Stay woke, bitches.
Poor dude's probably getting 10 cents per bag.
Yeah, you got a bad deal. But you
They're
made it
fat.
when you get your bag like that, though. That's pretty badass.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty
for
badass.
sure.
All right. So
Anywho,
I don't know, I guess because you're in Denver, I just keep
right.
noticing Denver sports probably because it's in my brain.
That's all people wanted to talk about today was the Avalanche, and I had to act like I cared.
Big
I act
win.
like had to act like I knew. I was like, can you believe that? That's why NHL hockey is the best. You never know what's going to happen.
See, if you talk like that, you'll fit in right with the Spurs.
Hey-o.
I'm bagging on my own team. That's funny. It's fine. It's all
Yeah,
good.
go
I
ahead.
saw the Broncos. They drafted a quarterback and they brought in that
Mm-hmm.
Zach Wilson, and
Right.
that made somebody on their roster expendable. The Denver Broncos have released Ben DiNucci. I didn't even know that son of a bitch was in Denver. I didn't know he was alive. Y'all remember Ben DiNucci? I just saw that. I'm just like, that guy actually started a game for the Cowboys in Pittsburgh one night in 2000.
Did he?
Yeah. In the 21 season, he started in Pittsburgh, and it's a miracle that the Cowboys didn't get shut out. It was like 27 against a
Yeah.
mediocre half-ass Steelers team. That was the it was the single worst performance I've ever seen by a Cowboy quarterback, and that includes Ryan Leaf and all the other knuckleheads that we've seen come through here. Drew Henson,
Yeah.
Ben DiNucci. The Cowboys are so effing lucky. I saw that and it just pissed me off. They're so
What do you
effing
mean?
lucky.
How are they lucky? What do you mean? I'm confused.
They didn't even want Dak. He slides to the fourth round, and he's the last guy left, and they wanted to groom somebody to be Romo's backup, and so they draft him, and he blows up. And they didn't do that, by the way. Dak blew up from day one at training camp. They didn't teach him how to do that. They didn't develop him. That's Dan Mullen at Mississippi State that made Dak Dak. Lucky bastards.
Shit.
And then before that, they had Romo, undrafted-ass free agent. Sean Payton knew the kid's mama because they went to the same school, and goes to Parcells and asks him, hey, can we do a favor for this kid? I went to school with his mom. He was an All-American in Division IX. Let's just bring him to camp. Sean Payton. I mean, you're making 4 or 5 grand a week as a training camp body. Not bad for a summer. And you go home, you go start your life up in Wisconsin, and the son of a bitch blows up. And turns into Tony Romo.
Stupid.
So they're lucky, is what I'm saying. Sons of bitches.
For sure.
They don't have any idea what they're doing at quarterback. They've still not replaced Troy Aikman the right way because they've not replaced him with a championship-level quarterback. They replaced him with 2 guys that got lucky on. One was an unrestricted free agent. The other one was a 4th-round slide, and those guys overachieved only to get to the playoffs and show us what they are, and that's, an undrafted free agent and a fucking mid-level pick. That's how they play in the postseason. The Cowboys have not drafted a good quarterback since they drafted, honestly, Aikman.
Damn,
they drafted
Mike.
Aikman in 89. They have not drafted a good quarterback since.
I would say the same. I think
developed, that they've turned on to.
No. I think we could say the same about the Dolphins.
We ain't talking about Tua is fine. Tua's Tua right now. The book's still out on him. But we're talking about the Cowboys.
You're right.
They have not, and they haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round since they took Troy in 89.
No.
They have gone cheap on quarterback for 35 years. Aikman was a no-brainer. But after Aikman retired,
that was easy.
Okay, not 35. Easy. So Aikman retired in 99?
Whenever
so in 25 years,
Arrington
this fucking team, the Cowboys have made no effort to go bring in an elite quarterback in 25 years. They shit on the most important position so much that there was a time where Ben DiNucci got a start for them because Dak was hurt. That's all. Just wanted to make that point.
All right.
Sons
That's
of bitches.
fair.
Dak Prescott sucks.
They have not they've not been in a position like, oh wow, there's 5 great quarterbacks in this year's draft. Dallas is going to try to get one. They haven't considered trading up.
Why would
in all
they?
these years?
Dak is great. Romo was great.
Because no, neither one of them were great because they got lucky and they went cheap and they tried to steal a Super Bowl while those quarterbacks were cheap and they couldn't. They fucked it up, and then those quarterbacks got good. And in Romo's case, the team got bad around him, and in Dak's case, he has regressed. He's not as good as he was since he busted his foot. That's it. It's my Cowboys segment. I hate them. All right.
You have to do it.
Show brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor. Did y'all get them pictures? Did I send you? Okay, that right there. Do you know what that is right there, sir? You know what that is?
That is, okay, hold on. That is going to be something from the E.H. Taylor factory.
Nice. Good
That
call.
is
Yep.
that I think it's something from the E.H. Taylor factory that has since turned into the Buffalo Trace factory. I think. I'm not sure. Help me out.
You are correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
That right there is old-fashioned copper.
Yes. Damn it. Old-fashioned copper.
Yep. From 1996. I've got the box. I'm reading what the box says. Colonel E.H. Taylor Jr. christened the OFC distillery in 1870, and this legendary whiskey brand has been revered ever since. The most state-of-the-art distillery of its era featured copper fermentation vats, column stills, and a first-of-its-kind steam heating system, still used in our aging warehouses today. This very rare and collectible bourbon honors the OFC Distillery, a National Historic Landmark known today as Buffalo Trace Distillery. Each hand-cut crystal bottle is vintage dated according to the specific year in which the bourbon was distilled. This particular one that they've got over at Texas Cheer, 1996. The last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, and it's vintage.
How about them Cowboys?
Hey, so wait a minute. Now,
take a guess on what he wants for that.
Now, obviously, okay, let's play trivia here. Let's play Texas Cheer Liquor
obviously
trivia.
What?
Okay. AD, owner of Texas Cheer Liquor, sent you this because he wanted you to promote it. But if this is from 96, this is from the E.H. Taylor factory, which is now the Buffalo Trace factory, and it's OFC. I'm going to guess he wants somewhere around $5,000 for that bottle.
$6,000. That's
You
a $6,000 bottle of bourbon right there.
$6,000.
$6,000.
Where's my phone? Let me text this fool.
I'd buy that for $1.
How's it going? He wants $6,000 for that bottle.
It's a 28-year-old bottle of hooch, man, and it's OFC.
And guess what, Mike? Someone's gonna buy it.
Sure, they will. So
I watched the guy buy a bottle of Double Eagle Very Rare for $5,000. Saw it in person. We didn't bat an eye. AD was like, $5,000 is yours out the door. Dude handed him one of them heavy credit cards, the ones that ding, 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 one of those business ones.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yep.
Didn't bat an eye. So somebody's going to buy this because the bourbon game is a pissing contest right now. And this is why. So let me check y'all, because I know there's a bunch of y'all in the chat and that's going to talk shit and be like, oh, I seen that bottle somewhere for $93, but then why didn't you get it? Now, let me tell you why. One, he's a small business owner. Number two, he's not going to give it to you for the price you want to, because you know what you're going to do? You're going to buy it and go sell it for $6,000 too.
Yeah.
So, and my man AD's like, yo, one, I'm small. Number two, this is a profit thing for me. I'm not going to get, he's a smaller business, so he's not going to get a bunch of these. Like, some of the bigger chains may get more. So he's got to make his profit off of it. So before you talk shit, to AD and Texas Cheer Liquor, you should direct your energy and your hate toward the bourbon resellers. They're the culprit and the criminals, and why the bourbon game is way out of whack, because the bourbon resellers are screwing the game up. You're sleeping outside,
motherfucker.
Yeah, you sleeping outside the liquor store when the allocators are released, just so you can go resell them for the same price you bitching at Texas Cheer Liquor about. So don't start with me, bourbon hunters, and don't tell me where you could get it for cheaper, because if you could find somewhere to get it for cheaper, you would have got it. So cut your shit.
Cut your shit.
That's that Arsenio Hall finger. You see my Arsenio Hall finger,
I like
Mike?
it. I can't do the Arsenio Hall finger. Like how white the light makes me. Check out my titty in the
Anyway.
Look at that. Whoa! I'm sorry for that. I shouldn't have
Why
done
are your areolas so big?
You can milk anything with nipples.
Dude, I was born with big areolas.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so
shout out to Texas Cheer Liquor.
I've got breaking news. I've just received
shit.
a 3x5 card here. Here it is.
All right.
The 5% in the building promo stands for this OFC. So it's $6,000, but you get 5% off if you mention
whatever
in the
that
building.
Is.
Hey Siri.
Hey,
what is 5% of 6,000?
It's 300.
All right, $300 off. So for Thunderdumers,
what?
Yeah, Thunderdumers, it's
okay.
4,700 or 5,700. Otherwise, it's $6K, and that goes for orders. All orders at Texas Cheer Liquor, you get 5% off. Whether you buy a $6,000
no matter
bottle
what,
or a $6 Red Bull, whatever, 5% off no matter what you buy.
Oh, okay,
cool. Texas Cheer Liquor. That's right.
So that take that bottle down to 5,700. Y'all got it,
sir. Absolutely. All right, what else today? I'm surprised. I guess I'm not surprised how this Ohtani thing has turned out. The gambling fiasco. Did you see what happened last night?
Yeah, what his dude who took the rap. First of all, shout out to a real one. Shout out to a real one.
Yeah, he's a real one.
You changed my family's life, and you know what? When I get out of jail, I'm Gucci. You got $700 million coming from the Dodgers. I took the rap for you because you fucking knew that I was betting, and I was betting for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do this bid. You're gonna get me protected by the Chinese mafia while I'm in jail. While I'm in jail, my family will be well taken care of. And when I come home, I'm gonna be sitting on 15, 20 million. He's a real one. Because if you watch First 48, most of these motherfuckers be snitching.
Yeah, man.
So shout out to Ohtani's interpreter for being a real one, man. They don't make them like that anymore.
Man, you've been punched Shohei Ohtani, man.
Why do you want to punch Shohei?
He got his boy locked up. There isn't. I do.
Did.
And by the way, like I don't want to get sued here. All right, so I don't want to get sued here. So it's my opinion.
Yeah, it's my opinion.
I don't think I believe Shohei had no idea this was going on,
bro.
Or he's a fucking idiot because the guy lost $17 million. I mean, ain't nobody so rich that they don't notice 17 milli gone. He's either a fucking idiot or his boy was his gambling funnel and he took the fall. That's what I think happened.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Opinion. I don't have any facts. So before y'all try to take my little YouTube money, don't take my YouTube money.
Yeah. So y'all send thoughts and prayers to Ipe Mizuhara, who's probably going to go to prison when this is all done. Pled guilty to federal charges of felony bank fraud and submitting a false tax return after authorities found that he stole nearly $17 million from Shohei Ohtani in order to pay off gambling debts to an illegal sports book. Mizuhara's only 39, so he's got time to get back out and restart. Had been Ohtani's long-term interpreter for 20-plus years. That's the other thing. He's been with you 20 years since you were a kid.
Come on, bro.
Or maybe like 15 years since you were a little boy. Come on, man. Come on now,
bro.
This
Come
is
on,
bullshit.
bro. It's bullshit. But guess
Bullshit.
what? Again, in my humble opinion, Ohtani knew, but his interpreter understood the assignment.
I
And I
know.
can
He signed up for it.
I can appreciate somebody that sticks to the G code. Look, if I see a murder or if I see a crime, Mike, because I'm not a criminal, murder. I can snitch.
Yeah.
I'm not snitching. I'm being a good citizen. If you doing crime with somebody and y'all know what y'all doing and y'all know jail could be involved and you tell, I can't fuck with you. He knew that what him and Ohtani was doing wasn't right, and he knew if shit hit the fan, it was gonna come down on him. And like a G, like, yo, I got you, bro. Just take care of the family and make sure you got me. Give me some of that $700 million when I come home.
There's a bunch of examples
Like,
of like
Barry
how he would
Bonds,
take
Barry Bonds drug dealer. Was it? Yeah, Barry Bonds
the
drug dealer.
doctor.
He was a real one.
Yeah, the
Like,
doctor.
Barry, I ain't gonna throw you under the bus, but I need some bread when I come home.
I'm sure he got it too.
Hell yeah, he did.
I'm going through this report. So they've got all
Yeah,
these
what else is in there?
instances where Mizuhara stole money, which I
Get
still call
out of here.
bullshit on. On
Me
February the
too.
2nd, 2022, Mizuhara called a representative of a bank referred to in the report as Bank A. Ooh, very mysterious. For help getting a wire transfer for what Mizuhara said was a car loan, and verified the transaction with a 6-digit code sent via text message, which went to Mizuhara's phone. So they're acting like they thought that he even used he just backdoored Ohtani is all they're saying here. There is no way he's doing all this and you don't know.
What did he do? Was he ordering 3 Bugattis? Get out of here,
He wanted,
man.
yeah, I know,
This is
Carl.
stupid.
And listen to this bullshit here. In September of last year, Mizuhara told Ohtani he needed $60,000 for dental work, which Ohtani arranged to give him via check. Bullshit. There's no such thing as $60,000 dental work.
Hold on. In
What
LA, Mike, a
Nah,
whole set
those
of
veneers,
veneers
those
might be
Hollywood
60 grand.
veneers. What are those like badass veneers like Thomas J. Henry has in his mouth? That's not $60K, is it? No way.
Yo, why is Thomas J. Henry catching strays on this show?
Well, if he
What
wants
did
to
he what did he
deposit
do
some
to you?
sponsorship dollars, we'll talk
What
about how pretty his teeth are. But in the meantime, he's got big ass fake teeth. They look great. Don't get me wrong. Hell, I'm probably gonna get them myself. When my teeth start getting rotten out. This dude's 39
yo,
years old. He ain't old. He's 39, and you need $60K for dental work. Bullshit.
the bullshit.
They have spent the last month since this came out figuring out how they're going to make this look.
Right.
Bullshit.
In our opinion.
Yeah. Agreement also states that Mizuhara filed a false tax return for the year 2022, noting multiple inaccuracies such as failing to report $4.1 million. And for that, now this guy owes the government $1.15 million in back taxes.
Ohtani better pay that shit.
He will. Bullshit on the whole thing. Oh,
Are
well.
you eating Easy Mac?
What's Easy Mac?
Like
No.
microwavable mac and cheese?
No.
Oh, all right. Oh, that's
What
Some
you
type
got?
of rice. Some type of Thai fried some rice.
Damn.
I didn't have time to eat today. Sorry, y'all.
We know who's repping the culture tonight, though. Look at that.
We
I'm
need to
repping
find
the
out who
Asian.
makes those things and get them to
It's
sponsor the show.
murder.
Yeah, for
No,
real,
no
dude. They
shit.
got
I know. I'm giving
more
them a lot
run
of
than
love tonight.
Orlando. They got more run than Orlando Cal.
I know.
I've
You know,
had the Biggie Smalls barbecue chips before.
How were they, LG? Keep
They were
it
all
real.
right. I think they were over seasoned.
over,
Little
dude.
salty.
Again,
Yeah.
cheese, salt, vinegar, barbecue, onion, garlic, cayenne pepper, and more. Which means some sort of chemical that's going to take days off my life.
And more means now I learned something new today, and I never want to stop learning. And more means MSG. And you know what? That's a
Probably.
great answer. That
And a
was the
shit ton
line
of
of the
salt. Yeah.
yeah, that was the line of the show.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
not eating any
found
more
out
of this
I
shit.
again, I was telling y'all before we came on, before we get out of here. I thought, every morning, maybe I won't say every morning. Let's say 5 days a week, I'll get up and do my treadmill work. So when I'm coming up here to Colorado and everybody's like, "Hey man, it's in there," I was like, "Look, man, you not me, okay?
Fat.
I'm I'm superior to you all.
It's not because you're fat.
I'm superior. I'm a superior old man athlete to you. Don't tell me that thin air is going to bother me. I'm going to be fine."
Oh, that's your attitude. I'm sure. So
Yeah, that
before
was
you went
my
up there.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. This thin air kick. And look, I'm not saying it kicked my ass. I wasn't dying, but I felt it. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You get
I
winded
thought I was.
easier.
I thought I was going to be like, "Oh man, y'all are." Dude, you didn't make varsity till you were a senior. Get out of my face. Of course you can't breathe. You know what I mean? Like you can't even walk to your car. Don't talk to me. But I'm doing my lines and I'm running out of breath, or I'm walking to the car. I'm walking from set to set, and I'm like,
Yep.
wait a minute. I'm a fat ass. It got me. Again, I wasn't dying, but I definitely felt the difference in my breath.
Yeah, you got to
So
catch,
I can only
yourself on.
imagine going into Denver on a back-to-back in basketball. Like, let's say I played in the Kings, and then we fly to Denver, and then I'm like, I got to play a basketball game in Denver the
Mm-hmm.
very next night. And I've heard NBA players say, "Dude, my lungs be literally burning."
Yeah.
They should have more titles. That it's an advantage, even for superhuman athletes like NBA players are, NFL or NHL.
Mm-hmm.
Even for them, it's an advantage.
Big time.
They should have more titles.
Football teams struggle too. That's why a lot of teams that play Denver will go up a day early. They'll go up on Friday. That way by Sunday they've acclimated. A lot of because
But
forever
see, the
teams would go up
locals,
on Saturday night and they'd be the next day.
well, the locals tell me it's 2 weeks. But if you're talking about
2
the
weeks.
1%, yeah, if you're talking about the 1%ers that are
Mhm.
pro athletes,
Yeah.
I'm thinking even for them, it's going to take a week
You heard 2 weeks?
to adjust for
Wow.
somebody like that's like kind of set it like as I don't know if that's the word,
Sedentary?
whatever.
Yeah.
There you go. For somebody that's sedentary, like it takes you like 2 weeks.
I've been there 3
Again, I
times.
wasn't dying. I wasn't
Mhm.
dying, but I could just feel it was a difference.
Yeah, I've been there 3 times, and I told you the other day I got altitude sickness in Colorado before. That was bad.
I think that's
Um,
because you were dehydrated. Everybody's telling
maybe
me drink a bunch of water. You were probably
tons.
dehydrated.
Well, yeah, because you get dried out real easy. I'm telling you, if you don't drink a shit ton of water in a couple of days, you're going to be all this is just going to be on lockdown. It's going to hurt. Your sinuses are going to be sore. So drink
I
a
don't want to
shit ton of
show
water.
I don't want to show who they are, but yeah.
All right. There's that. All right. I've just been
All right.
informed by Jay Ribaldo, the official real estate agent. Everybody's checking in tonight, or today
This
rather.
morning. Oh
I would be
sheesh.
happy to offer all Thunderdomers going forth free home evaluation property report as well, so they'll have good data points when thinking about their real estate. So there you go, a free home evaluation and property report. Essentially, that's like a free consultation with Jay. He's gonna run all your numbers for you for free on the first date, and then see if you can come back for a second date. If you really are serious about buying a home or selling one, Jay's your guy. It won't take you long at all. It is Jay Ribaldo, the official real estate agent of In the Building. He offices out of the KW Cityview office, but he's got his own man at Ribaldo Realty Group. He is found easily. The phone number 210-887-1081. 887-1081, or you can directly email Jay. It's jribaldo@kw.com, jribaldo@kw.com. All right, what's in store for the rest of the trip? I saw a couple of photos. What can you
Yeah.
divulge? What can you tell us about your top secret mission at the Air Force Academy?
Oh, well, at the academy, I mean, it's a lot about the cadets. You know what I mean? Like these young men and young women are going to spend 4 years at the academy, leave with a degree, and become officers. So it's really this episode is really just about the cadets and about the palace slash resort slash cathedral that is the Air Force Academy. It's really it's a beautiful place, man. Like
Yeah.
I haven't been like it's not a lot of times I'm like when what we do and the way LG travels, we've seen a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Air Force Academy it's a beautiful, beautiful place, man. I was highly impressed. So looking forward to these next 3 days here.
It's a bunch of good kids up there too.
Bunch of good kids up there too.
Bunch of good kids at that Air Force Academy. You can't be no dummy and get to the Air Force Academy.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it down to the foot. I got to get to the football. I got to get to Falcon Stadium tomorrow too.
See if you
My
can't get to the
buddy
basketball kid.
I wanted to go. Yeah, that too. I want to go to a Rockies game.
Yeah, that'd be badass. Be badass if you scored Nuggets or Avalanche tickets. I know you don't like hockey, but he'd be a playoff game. That'd be badass.
Oh, but if you can get playoff. If I could come across some cheap playoff hockey tickets, I'd do it. I know. I mean, I'm not a big hockey guy, but I know playoff hockey is different.
The atmosphere will be real cool.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it. We're done. Enjoy your time in Colorado.
I'll be in touch.
We'll hold it down. We'll do this again manana. Love y'all hard, everybody. Thank y'all.
Love y'all hard.
Peace out.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.